Hi, welcome to my latest video. This video will be part one of a project to try and build a raised air intake or snorkel for a Land Rover Freelander 2. This is a 2009 XS 2.2 diesel Freelander 2, and I'm going to be trying to make a raised air intake fit on here with a pipe going up here to some sort of intake up here. This will be a major project. The video will be done in several parts. This is part one. I hope to release part 2, 3, maybe 4 in the future as the project progresses. This one really is just an introductory video, just to look at how things are as standard on the Freelander 2. So this is the air intake. There is one of these on the other side, but that's fake, doesn't go anywhere. So this has a plastic duct like this inside the wing, goes along, then joins onto something like this, okay, which is it's not plastic, it's made of some sort of cardboard, and I've removed a section, a sort of lid section from it there, so you can see how this goes. This is down in here, there you go, just see the other end of it, so that's underneath here, inside there. So there's something like that, has this kind of triangular socket here which clips onto the end of the rigid plastic duct, takes this round to this sort of mounting plate here, which you can't quite see, it's there on the standard air box here. So I've actually bought myself a spare air box on eBay. Makes it a little bit easier to see. So there's the output, goes off to the turbocharger, off into the engine. Air filter sits inside here, it's a sort of sheet air filter. The air comes in underneath, up through the filter and out here. We can see here, this is the airflow sensor here, measures the air, the flow rate using a sort of heated element with a thermistor, so it's sort of temperature sensitive flow measurement. This strange oval hole here is the input, and that is what this connects into. Okay, so that connects up into there. So what I'd like to do, I've seen various snorkel designs that people have done. Some people have just kept everything standard all the way up to here and then made a plate that fits in here with a pipe going up. So what I'd like to do is actually go slightly further than just putting a plate with a pipe there. I'd like to actually get rid of the cardboard pipe here. I just don't think this is particularly waterproof really. It's not plastic, it's made of some sort of paper mache substance. So my idea is to keep the plastic factory duct, make an adapter that goes on here, and then run some kind of flexible silicone hose from about here round into an adapter plate here, and then remove this grill, make a new plate here that fits into these holes here, an airbox, then snorkel raised air intake black box attaches here like we see on many 4x4s, with then a duct going up here to probably not a scoop but more of a modern style kind of back swept intake up there. The parts will be printed on a 3D printer. It may have to be, certainly for the airbox here, have to be made in several smaller pieces and then bolted or glued together. They'll need to be made with ABS rather than PLA, because PLA is not very frost proof or UV light proof, so it'll need to be proper plastic. And then we can keep this standard airbox here and connect in there, and it's a fully waterproof duct all the way round into here. And then this here would have a duct off over there. I'm probably going to, as a separate video, I'm going to be looking at replacing this strange looking factory duct across here with a silicone pipe as well. So it's sealed all the way from up by the roof, watertight and airtight, all the way over to that oily joint there that you can see. Okay, so what I need to do is design an adapter plate for that, an adapter plate there, and an adapter for the end of that one. Okay, so here are the adapters that I've printed on my 3D printer. These are just prototypes at the moment. I'll show you what I'm thinking of here. So this one, these were printed in PLA. In reality they will need printing in ABS to be made of proper plastic. So this plate here has a sort of hose connector on it, and that fit up in there. It's a strangely tapered fit. The shape narrows, it also narrows that way as well, and that goes up in there. A couple of little screws in there just to locate it, and then silicone hose can fit onto there, something like that anyway. Okay, a little bit of work needed to adjust the design and fine-tune things. This may actually need to be at a bit of an angle. If we look down there, we can see things come out at a bit of an angle. They don't come straight out the back, they go at an angle. Then what I've done is made this. So this piece goes on the end of the factory duct here. Let's put that up on the engine bay. So you can see the end here. It's a kind of strange shape, but I've managed to reproduce that in this piece, and that will push onto there, put on with some sealant or a couple of locating, little tiny locating screws or clips, and then that's got the same kind of output that we've got here. So we can run a hose from the end of that, so inside here in the wing, a silicone hose round into this one. That gets rid of this horrible cardboard duct. Then we need something like this. Okay, so this is also currently printed in PLA. We need to print it in ABS. Whoops, dropped it. Luckily not broken. And this goes here in place of that grill, so that will actually sit in the wing. So if we find our factory duct here, so this will sit in like that. Okay, that goes into there, locates in there. These two are for the air, so there'll be an air box on here, air in through there. Some holes here I put in anyway, just to either screw through into here to kind of lock that on, or for the airbox to bolt on. The idea really is that the airbox is actually printed to this as a bigger piece. That hole there goes down through, and that is for the indicator. which will need to be relocated to the outside of the raised air intake's airbox. So the next thing is to design that airbox there. So what I'm thinking is some kind of box here with a similar shape to this, with a sort of face on the outside with possibly a cross or zigzags or something on it, and then a duct coming out the top here, a little bit like these ones, some kind of duct coming out around here with then an elbow, and then a pipe that's possibly 3D printed in sections. I'm not totally sure how we'll make that yet. This video is the first of many, so we'll be making it up as I go along, and the later videos will show what I ended up doing. It's early days. This is the beginning of the project, and just sort of doing some prototyping at the moment. Hopefully it won't be long before we've got a fully working raised intake. Okay, I'll see you in the second video. Thank you. Bye.